Hi, Giorgio Marchegiani. I'm speaking from Florence in Tuscany, Italy, and I'm here right after the Corona crisis. Today it's very interesting. I wanted to tell to the Serbian people that everything is going back to normal here. It's very interesting how Italian lifestyle is coming back very soon to the normal, but in this case without a lot of tourists. It's very, very nice to see Florence, and it's also very nice to see that people are really prudent. They are, let's say, they enjoy the beauty. Behind me you see the Ponte Vecchio and the houses along the Arno River, and it's really incredible how people are going back to normal and are enjoying the situation here, but with all prudence. I think that it's a great time to go back, to come back to my country, to Italy, and I think that in this way one can enjoy in a better way than normal, because normally it's very, very crowded here in this time of the year. And the other thing is, of course, it's very important to plan those travels, to be insured, to think about the risks, because the virus is still somewhere all over Europe.
I recall how worried you were before you went to Italy and to see the situation, how it was with Corona. It must be difficult for you. All your family is there.
But yes, let me say that even more difficult was in the past. I have to say that now, when I went during June, it was the quiet after the storm. So I found really a very, very different situation and a very safe situation. I wouldn't say quiet entirely, because quiet is not, everybody is still worried, but it is this positive worry and the feeling to restart. I mean, and this was really impressive to me, because Italy was hit among the mostly hit countries. After that, measures are implemented, are still there. You need to wear the mask when you are in public places, on public transportation. Of course, there are a lot of rules on distancing. People respect it. And Italians are not the people that always respect all, but in this case I have to say that we as a population have been very disciplined, and this has a very positive effect, because it gives you the feeling of a great safety. Meaning, I was visiting Uffizi Museum in Florence. Procedure was very clear, ticket booked, the guide. We had the microphones between us and the guide, so we could keep the distance with the guide. There was only a certain number of people allowed in the rooms. And in this way, first of all, you could see Uffizi, these great paintings, Giotto, Beato Angelico, Leonardo, Michelangelo and Raffaello, in an incredibly, let's say, nice setup, because there was 1/10 of the people that usually are there.
But first time when you went and when you saw the real difficult situation as a result of not obeying the rules, Italians are something like we are, right? You decided somehow to invent something and to try to protect people if it happens that they get sick and they get the virus.
Yeah.
Was it the idea that you implemented a kind of an insurance against,
yes,
virus?
The idea is that my concept is for the risk. First of all, prevent the risk. So first of all is about behavior. But behavior, for example, if you have the risk of accident on the road, it's not possible that you don't drive. You want to drive, but in a safe way. By the way, also with an insurance. Same, the risk of Corona is a risk that you cannot entirely 100% prevent. You can have measures, but it can be fatality, it can be situation. So for the situations where prevention is not enough, there is the insurance. And my thought was, this year we must go to the holiday safe. Okay, today when we speak now in Belgrade, there are a lot of limitation for Serbian people to go outside the country, but still, even in the country, you have this problem. And Serbia is very nice to visit and has a lot of attraction. So my point and our point is that there was to take some experience that we had in Italy in terms of insuring in case of COVID, transferring here with the adaptation that are required by the specific market characteristic. But basically the philosophy is to allow the peace of mind. You know, the logic is peace of mind for the people to say, okay, we implement all prevention, but if also, despite of this, we get sick, there is insurance. I think this is a general principle, but in this case it's even more valid because this virus is quite strange. Sometimes you cannot really, I mean, the science still didn't understand entirely how the spread of the virus is. There are a lot of, theories, but not yet a treatment, and of course not yet a vaccine.
The thing is that when we take the insurance, the travel insurance, that means that even if somebody gets corona on a trip, is insured.
Yes, when you get the travel insurance, the travel health insurance, it is mostly conceived for Serbia for travel abroad, but in general, yes, it is like this. If you get it, you have the treatment. After that, we conceived our treatment with the travel insurance in a way that it can be used in many countries. Now you will play ironically that it is not possible to go to almost any countries, but I hope this will be solved very quickly. And by the way, it's in the hand of all of us. If we behave well, in a few weeks it will be over, over the emergency, and we will be admitted in other countries as well.
Tell me, are you now less worried about your family at home?
Yes, I am less worried about my family at home because the situation is, by the numbers, incredibly better. Yesterday I think died in Italy 4 people in a population of 60 million inhabitants, and compared to the almost 800, 900 that were in March, in those terrible days, in the most terrible days.
We are now in those terrible days.
Yeah. I'm worried for Serbia.
You do?
Yes, I am worried for Serbia because because I'm here.
The people, they don't listen,
Yeah, the problem that I see is still the fact that to feel that, okay, people are immune. It's not like this. And by the way, from what I know, I don't have statistics, official statistics, but I think even young people are affected, or even more young people, because paradoxically, elder people who are in theory more, let's say, vulnerable for this virus, they behave most responsibly, and this is the sign that it is our behavior, it's in our hand. And my really recommendation is, let's not be hero in this way. Also because we cause some other heroes, physicians and people in the hospitals, nurses, to take care of us because of our stupidity, because in the end, that's stupidity.
You wear always the mask. I noticed that you always wear the mask.
What to say? Prevention is prevention. The risk is there, and it's I'm not feeling comfortable, but I'm trying to feel comfortable. What to say? It's in the end, nobody understood yet the causes of or not the causes, but the real dynamic. But there are 3 principles: distance, mask, and hygiene for the hands. And this is 90% of the story. What to say? It's very, very cheap. It's very cheap. Yeah, I wake up sometimes and I ask myself, but is it real or it's a bad dream, a nightmare? Fortunately, it's real, but it's really a feeling where, it undermines our certainties. So for me, feeling safe somewhere, where I deal with insurance, but I think it's the way to feel safe somewhere. One way is to be together with the people to be in a safe environment, but also you try to have at least something, because you know that everybody and everything is subject to that. It's not that it's only one area in the world, not only Serbia, not only Europe, and not only you, and there is no point where to escape. So you cannot go in one place and stay and say, "Ah, now I'm safe."
You know something?
Yeah.
We are safe now because we do wear the mask.
Absolutely.
Look.